All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Werner, and welcome back to another virtual senior tech help tutorial. Today, we'll be discussing smartphone basics, so everyone has a good understanding of their device for future tech help tutorials and later on. So, starting off, I'd like to go over the two types of common operating systems for a smartphone. These are the most popular types of smartphone operating systems. The first one is on the left here is iOS. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that this comes from an iPhone, as the Apple logo would show. Um, and this is only compatible for iPhone devices, iPhones, iPads, and whatnot. You can see if this is your operating system simply by looking on the back of your phone to see if you have a big Apple logo as you see here. Um, as for the rest of you, if you do not have an iOS operating system, then you more than likely have an Android operating system. This is a widely used operating system for phones that aren't owned by Apple, and there aren't really any other operating systems that I know of. So if it's not an Apple iOS operating system, it's pretty much confirmed that you have an Android operating system. Next, I want to just make sure that people watching this know that they have a smartphone and not a flip phone or something. So I just want to just go over a couple things to see. So first, I like to make sure that you guys have a touch screen. You can figure this out by seeing if your phone screen reacts to your fingers. If you touch your screen with your fingers and move around, see if anything gets activated by that. Um, Next, most smartphones these days have have the whole one side of their phone as a screen. This means whatever screen is there takes up the whole front of your phone. As I said before, um, a lot of phone companies have their logos somewhere on the phone. The most popular one, as I said, is Apple and Samsung. And Apple is pretty obvious. They have that big Apple logo on the back of their phone. So if you have that, you more likely have a smartphone. Um, Samsung also likes to put their logos on the back of their screen. So if you see Samsung labeled anywhere, you probably have that's a good sign for a phone as well, a smartphone as well. Another thing is that a lot of phone companies these days pride themselves in their camera quality. So um, um, Apple, for one example, is a great example of that. The new phones these days, the latest phone tech they have has at least 2 to 3 cameras on their phone. So if you have more than at least one or more cameras on your phone, that's a good sign for a smartphone as well. Um, Another very obvious sign is that you have a home button. Now, I know that the newer models of some phones don't actually have a home button anymore, but some still have a gesture or something you can use to get to there. But most phones have at least some or most phones have a symbol or an actual physical home button located at the very bottom center of your screen or phone. So next up, I want to go over some basic physical buttons that you may have on your smartphone device, just to make sure you all know where they are and know what they do. So there are three very basic physical buttons on your smartphone. So I want to start off with the power button. Now, the power button is most commonly located on the right side of your phone. Now, if you're right-handed, you're holding your phone in your smartphone in your right hand, your thumb is probably hovering over that button for the power button. And this goes for both Android and Apple iOS operating system phones. So that's more than likely where you'll find that power button. Right in the center of that phone, as you can see in the picture here, I have an example. You can see a home button. This Pressing this home button will take you directly to your home screen. This will be where all of your apps are, your software, your programs. This is where you find everything for your phone. Next up on the top left side of your phone, you will have your volume buttons. There are two of these, one to turn the volume up and one to turn the volume down. The volume up button is probably above the volume down button because it wouldn't make sense for it to be the other way around. But these will always be on, these are more likely to be located on directly across from the power button on the left side of your phone. And I'm pretty sure that's the most common place for volume buttons to be on a phone. So if it's anywhere else, if it's anywhere on your phone, it's probably going to be on the left side. So another little button or switch I like to go over is your ringtone silencer. Now, for the iPhone, the iOS, Apple users, this is pretty straightforward for you guys. Right above your volume buttons, or somewhere hovering around your volume buttons, you will have a little switch. This is not a button, this is a switch. Now, if you look closely at the picture I have here on the left side, there's a little red tab color right next to the switch there. That means that the ringtone is silenced. It will not produce any sound. If anything, it will just simply vibrate for any ringtone or notifications that will come up on your phone. If you switch that up, the red tab will disappear and there could be a green or white color on the other side. This will automatically turn on your ringtone. Your notifications will be on. You will hear things. Now, for Android users, it's a little more complicated. Now, I can't say this is going to be the same for all of the phones, but this is the most common menu you can find for this. So to get to the ringtone silencer for your Android device, you will need to put your thumb or finger at the very top of your screen. Very top of your screen. That means it can be off the touch screen or on, but it has to be at the very top as high as you can go. You put your finger up there and swipe down. This will pull up this menu that you see on the right side of your right side of my screen here, and you'll have a bunch of icons like this. What you are looking for are the highlighted ones that I have up here. Is the it looks like a speaker, okay? Now depending on how many times you tap this button, you tap this icon, it will change its symbol depending on what it's going to do. So more than likely, if your ringtone is on, you will see this icon with the speaker, and you'll see two curved bars coming from the right side of the icon. This will mean your ringtone is on. Now, on the right side of this picture here, you will see another symbol for that. It's in the same spot, and it has a line going across the speaker symbol and a squiggly line going on the right side. This means that not only is your ringtone silenced, it is also set on vibrate. This means you won't have any ringtone going off. Everything will be vibrating for notifications and ringtone. So I want to go back to the home buttons because they like, as I said before, some phones don't even have them anymore. So I want to make sure we all know what your home button is and how to use it. So starting with the iPhone home buttons. The older models will have a pretty obvious home button here. It's a circular of design. I know some of the newer models have that circular design, but they aren't actually a button. But the phone will still behave as it will still treat it as a button. So if you press down on that icon or button there, it will still act like a button and take you to your home screen. Now, the newest models don't even have a button anymore. These are for the iPhone smartphones, the Apple iOS operating systems for your smartphones. They no longer have a home button. It's all a screen now. So I have attached a gesture you can use for you to get back to your home screen. What you see in front of you on the right side is an example of someone who has an app open. They have a software open. This is titled, looks like they have their notes operating system going on. And to get back to their home screen, they are doing a gesture where they put their thumb at the very bottom of their screen and swipe up. You have to make sure your thumb is at the very bottom of your screen, though, or else it probably won't work. Now, for Android users, for the home button, it's a little more simple. So for older models, they still have a button, just like the iPhone users. It is a oval shape, though, not a circular shape anymore. Um, so for the older phones, they will always have a button. For the newer models, however, they are the same as the iPhone models, the newer models, that is. However, they actually have a symbol for the home button, which you can just simply tap instead of doing some weird gesture. And if you tap on this home symbol, that circular symbol, as you can see on the right here, where the finger is hovering over, that's the home symbol. If you tap on that, your phone will vibrate just a little. It will vibrate just a little for you to indicate that you touched the button, and it will then take you to the home screen. So in my opinion, that's a more simple way to do it. So go Android operating systems. The last thing I want to go over for to help you in future tutorials here is the search apps feature. This will help you locate apps or software that will be important for future tutorials. So, for example, the next tutorial I'll be doing is texting, which you will need to find and locate your texting app. So every phone has one of these. They have a search feature where you can look for specific apps. However, it is tricky getting to these search screens. So I'm going to start by explaining the iPhone operating system feature of how to get here. So for iPhones, the iPhone iOS operating systems, you need to first be at your home screen. Once you're at your home screen, I want you to drag your finger from left to right, left to right from across your screen. Do it as many times as you can, and eventually you will get to the screen you will see here on the left side here, one that's labeled iPhone. There, as you can see, there is a search bar. There, what you got to do is tap on that search bar. A keypad will come up, and you type in whatever app you're looking for. So if I ask you to open your texting app or message app, and you don't know where that is, just simply go to the search screen here, type in texting or messages, and it will give you the most accurate option you have. It'll bring up the app for you. As you can see, it has suggestions already presented for you. Now for Android, it's pretty much the same thing, except you have to swipe down. You know how I said you had to be at your home screen and you had to swipe from left to right for the iPhone? For Android operating systems, you will have to start with your finger in the center of your screen, center of your home screen, and swipe down from top to bottom. So when you do that, a new menu will come up. They'll present a bunch of apps as you see here, and at the very top you have a search bar similar to the iPhone as you can see here. You type on that, a keypad will come up, and you just simply type in whatever app you are looking for. So, unfortunately, this video was unable to be presented live, so there will be no live questions. However, I will be continuing to do these live, and there will be a Zoom link for the next lecture presented in the YMCA Wilkes-Barre website for Virtual Senior Tech Help. So, okay, that is all for today's tutorial. Now you should have a pretty good understanding of the basics of your smartphone and are now ready for a more in-depth tutorial for the future. Just a reminder that these tutorials are recorded live and are then posted on the Wilkes-Barre YMCA YouTube channel, where you can then watch it again and just in case you missed something. If you are watching this on the YouTube channel, then I would like you to provide your suggestions or questions in the comments section below. There, I will review and answer for 1 week after this video is posted. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial.